Hi everyone, welcome to Finethings. I'm your host, Angie Yazilitis. For those of you who might be joining us today for the first time, Finethings is where we talk about things that enrich our lives. And I'm excited for today's program because I'm here at Skills of Central PA, and I'm with Gwen Aumann. And Gwen is the Senior Director of Development. She's been with the organization for almost 5 years now. Mm-hmm. And so for me, when I think about nonprofits, I think, they really do enrich the lives of our entire community.
Definitely.
So one of the reasons that I really wanted to have Skills on, well, twofold. There's some fundraising events that I want to share with everyone that we're going to talk about. But also, I know when I was first introduced to Skills, I knew who Skills of Central PA was, but I had no idea of the depth and breadth of this organization. And the more I've gotten to know it, it's really touched me in a way that I think the community really needs to know about it.
Okay.
So maybe you can start by sharing with me and with our audience a little bit about Skills' mission.
Okay. The mission of Skills basically, and I'm going to read because I always get it confused, but it's committed to creating opportunities, providing choice and support, and promoting recovery to enhance all aspects of people's lives. And what we mean by that is Skills works diligently on a daily basis to enrich the lives of people with intellectual developmental disabilities and those with behavioral health concerns. So that's can be a daunting task in today's society, but we do a lot from the standpoint of residential programs and day programs and getting the individuals out into the community as much as we possibly can. So we cover 17 counties.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We have a large footprint in central Pennsylvania. And we take care of around 1,000 people in those 17 counties throughout all of our programs with a staff of about 1,100 people. So, we're not one-to-one, but, there's times when the staff probably thinks that it's a one-to-one ratio. But we really spend a lot of time with the people that we support. Actually, to the point, I've been with staff people on outings.
Yes.
We take them to, in fact, we just got back. Is it okay to tell a story?
Absolutely, please. We love stories.
We just got back on Tuesday. We attended in Harrisburg Capital Day through our provider association, our CPA, and we had with us individuals that we support from our York, Adams, Cumberland, Perry area, and they're just such troopers. I mean, they just are so happy and so upbeat. And there were 3 of them that stood on the steps in the Capitol Rotunda for about 45 minutes while in front of them, legislators were talking and all kinds of people were talking about, how we support, their needs and everything. They were just so excited to be there.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see that. It's infectious.
It is infectious. They, some of them had never been in the Capitol before. We actually even had some of our direct support professionals with us from our Lycoming Clinton area, and they had never been in the Capitol building before.
Yeah.
So we gave a little bit of a tour. We went and visited legislators. So that advocacy stuff, we try to do on a regular basis, take our staff with us, take the people we support with us. And that's just one way for us to get the word out about not only how good of an organization Skills is, but some of the other organizations that do the same kind of work.
Absolutely.
But we love doing that, and the people love going with us, and it was just an exciting day.
It sounds like it. I wish I would have loved that. I think one of the things too to know is that our audience is everyday people, but we do have some businesses that follow us as well. So I love the idea of the employment services. Can you talk a little bit about that and then some of the other programs?
Okay. The employment services program So people with intellectual disabilities and with the behavioral health concerns, of course, a lot of them want to work in an inclusive, competitive environment. So we have an entire program dedicated to helping those individuals get the skills they need first. You know, the job readiness type skills, the writing of resumes, how do you decide what you would like to do, you know, contacting to find out if they are hiring, that type of thing.
Right.
But then once we have that in place and they go in for their job interviews, then we have the relationship with that particular industry or business, and we send our staff in to help that individual for a certain period of time as long
Right.
as they need. And so we have a number of, Employment Services runs in about 4 of our counties right now. So we need to, and we're working on trying to expand that into
Yes.
other counties. But we have a very good pool of businesses that we work with on a regular basis. We have one jewelry store here in Center County that has been working with us for many years, and it's like family,
Yes.
you know, for the individuals who go there.
Yes.
So it's a very, very interesting part of the business that we do. And that ties into some of our other programs. We, on an intellectual disability side, of course, we have residential programs. And then we have what is called the adult training program, where they go in and they learn daily living skills.
Okay.
You know, so they're working on, you know, communication, being able to talk with people, not just the people they're working with, but with other individuals. Somebody might, you know, need, you know, they're trying, like, even some dexterity things. So they'll do crafts, you know, so that they're working on all of those physical types of issues. And then a lot of times they're working with a particular organization on the outside where they might be able to go and sell those crafts, or they might
Yes.
have a craft sale within the walls of that particular location on a yearly basis or something. So with the adult training, then we also have what is called vocational training. And that's where we actually go out to businesses and we get contracts, and they work right in our vocational training facility.
Okay.
So they are contributing to society through that work, and they're so very, very proud of that. All of the people we support that work there, it's we would welcome anybody to come in and visit, because
I would recommend that.
Yeah, it's just an opportunity. We'll bring legislators in a couple times a year, and the interaction between them and the work that they're doing, you know, it's very important to the businesses.
It is.
That we are here to do that work for them. So that's another opportunity that they have on the intellectual disability side. We do now a lot of community participation. So a lot of the individuals are out, and they might be going to the mall, but we have some who deliver Meals on Wheels. We have others that are out helping. We have a discovery garden in Hollidaysburg, so they'll go and they actually help, you know, work on the plants and, you know, plant vegetables and plant
Right.
flowers, and they do a lot
They
of that
really are
type
part
of
of
stuff.
it.
They're definitely a part of it, because we run a horticulture therapy program. So even in the wintertime, they're busy working on different things to do with horticulture. So it's just, it's a great experience for them. And so the community participation has really been growing, and getting them out and, you know, finding more things. So if there's anybody out there who has opportunities where we can volunteer, or we can come in, you know, for whatever you might need, you know,
Yes.
a presentation of whatever sorts, you know, please contact us, because we're always looking for those opportunities for that community participation. And if you call the direct number for skills, then we will get them to wherever
Yes.
they needed to be, whichever region.
And we'll have that here for you too, the number at the end. So
Yeah.
that's important, because for me, that community like the way that I look at it is really allowing people, all people, to be included as part of the community.
Definitely.
And it's an amazing mission that you have.
And then that's what we're working on right now. I mean, unfortunately, you know, when you're looking at certain types of populations, there's still stigma related to it. You know, so doing everything we can to overcome those stigmas within, you know, society and everything. That's a lot of what our political advocacy is
Yes.
for, is, trying to reduce those stigmas. So this community participation has really helped a lot with that, because they're out there and they're, people are seeing them and they're interacting with them, and
Yes.
and they know, what loving people they are. I mean, our staff are so involved with the people that they are taking care of daily that I actually had an opportunity one time to travel with some of them, and the lady, our staff person, said that she actually takes them home with her at Christmas time,
Yes.
because they're part of the family.
Yes.
And so we're getting to communicate that
Mm-hmm.
by being out there with the community participation. So that is a lot of what we do on the intellectual disability side. On our behavioral health side,
Mm-hmm.
we have an outpatient drug and alcohol clinic in Portage. We run psychiatric rehabilitation programs, both site-based and mobile-based,
Yes.
within a number of our counties, central to Center County. And those programs are based on recovery models.
Mm-hmm.
So there again, the person that is attending the program sets their own goals.
Mm-hmm.
We're there to help them. And it could be something that they would like to live in their own apartment, but they need a job, they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to manage a checkbook. So our staff works through them with all of that, and it's all person-centered.
Yes.
Whatever it is they want is what we do, and that's what the whole organization is about, is person-centered. So we have such a dedicated staff, working on all of that and
It's
trying
a
to put
lot.
all the pieces together. And so we just invite people to come and visit with us and come to some of our events or our fundraising, or, whatever it might be. If you see us out there, stop and talk to
Yes.
us. A lot of times we'll have skills shirts on or something.
Yeah, I say if you have a business, it doesn't hurt to call and say, how could we get involved? How could we work together? Could we hire, somebody that you support? What is the opportunity here? Because if you don't know what you don't know, and that was what I found out. Getting to know skills through this process has been, wow, I had no idea.
And we could actually sit here and talk for hours
We
Angie,
could.
about what we do.
But we can't.
We
but
can't,
could.
but we could. I mean, it's just so in depth that you really have to come in and just visit. And sometimes, like they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So if you would come into our vocational training facility and just see the interaction between the staff and the people we're supporting, and just talk to some of them, and it makes a whole difference in the world.
And it really touches you.
Yeah.
I would recommend people to go to the website, which we'll have, and look through program services, and also watch some of the videos that are on there, because it's people telling their real stories, and it really is touching. But we do want to switch gear into some things that I think are fun as well. I mean, this is great.
Yeah.
So fundraising is a big part of Skills and the Skills Foundation, and your role.
And my role
And
is-
so I would like you to talk about fundraising in general, kind of what the money goes towards.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of share some events that are coming up.
Okay, that'll be great. So we do have a foundation, and the purpose of the foundation is to raise the money for programs and services that are not supported through general reimbursements for the people we're supporting. So the one main program that a lot of that money goes to is called our Benevolent Care Program. And there are individuals, and we don't like to think about it this way, but there are individuals who they might need dentures, or they might need a hearing aid, or something specialized with a
Yes.
wheelchair, assistive technology devices. You see the ones that the people are wearing around their necks so they can communicate. A lot of the reimbursements don't cover those types of medical necessities
Interesting.
that definitely impact the quality of life of the people we're supporting. So Skills runs this Benevolent Care Program, and through the staff, they send in documentation as to what that individual might need.
Right.
And then we review it, and very rarely are they denied. I mean, it's just not something that we do. And so then that individual can get that hearing aid. Or we actually have people who benefit greatly from art therapy and music therapy.
Yes.
So we will pay for those types of things. So there's a number of issues that are out there that are not covered by reimbursements, but we make sure that the people that need them get them.
Yes.
And so the majority of our fundraising dollars go to that. We do also use them for other programs and services. You know, if we have a startup program that we might need a few startup dollars, you know, we've been known to do that on occasion. You know, some of those opportunities to just better the services. But the majority of the money goes back to the people we support.
Which is so great, because I think people ask that question all the time. And since I've been involved with Skills, people have said, you know, what does it go towards? How much? Or just said, you know, I watched a video. I had someone say to me, I watched one of their videos and it was so touching. How can I get involved? And my thing was, the easiest way is to get involved with the fundraising. You know,
it definitely is. We always need volunteers. Well, let's see, coming up starting May. I have to get my date straight. Starting May 19th, we will have a plant sale at the Discovery Garden. And that money is used to help support the upkeep of the garden and to support the horticulture therapy
and everybody
program.
wants plants now, especially if you're in central Pennsylvania.
Right, exactly. We're hoping it's going to be sunny that day.
We need plants.
But we've been there, rain or shine. But, you know, I encourage people to come out. There's vegetable plants, flowering plants, bushes, you know.
I can't wait.
You name it, it's there. And then the horticulture therapy program also does crafts. So
Yes.
it's all garden-related crafts, stepping stones, birdhouses, you know, all that kind of stuff.
That's fantastic.
And if you've never been to the garden, you have to go to the garden, because if you're any kind of person who just likes to sit and relax for a little bit, it is the best place in the world to be. In fact, I often wish I lived in Hollidaysburg so that I could just go there whenever I wanted to. But we'll be running that event May 19th at the garden, and we're always looking for people. You know, we have to unload all the trucks, and we have to reload the trucks, and we're carry the plants out for people to their cars, and you know, work the tables and that kind of stuff. So we're always looking for volunteers for that.
That's a great service project for any kids that might need to do.
Could
their
they
hours.
do that? Oh, definitely. We actually have had some students come in and do service hours.
That would
One
be
of the ladies
wonderful.
that works in our accounts payable department here, her grandson comes in every year and helps us. And
That's
and it's
awesome.
nice because, you know, they can carry a lot more plants than some of us older people. You know? So
Even buying the plants, though, just participating is a help, right?
it definitely is. Oh, and they're not expensive. I mean, I think the most expensive thing is probably the hanging baskets.
Yes.
I mean, you can go if you like fresh sweet basil. We grow sweet basil, and you can get, you know, a pot of sweet basil for 50 cents or $1, you know.
Fantastic.
So there's just so many things to it, and like I said, just to see the garden and be there.
Yeah.
We have this, the garden actually has the largest vertical sundial east of the Mississippi River.
Wow.
So that alone is just a draw.
I haven't been there in a while. I used to go all the time when my kids were little because we would go to the playground beside it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
I've
beautiful.
been there for a while.
Yeah.
So I get to get back.
your opportunity, May 19th.
Yes.
Then after that, actually the very next week, and I don't want to think about it this way, but the very next week we are having a concert. It's the Friday of Memorial Day weekend,
Yes.
May 25th. Seven Bridges, the Ultimate Eagles Experience is coming in. They're a Nashville-based band coming in that day for a concert. They actually reduced their fee, and I don't know if I should say this or not. I hope it doesn't impact them at all, but because of our mission,
Yes.
they reduced their fee for us, which was very fabulous, and I'm so grateful to them for doing that. But we've had a lot of great sponsors, you know, jump into the mix, and it's going to be a fun time. I keep telling the staff, you know, channel your inner 70s, and, you know, you don't have to wear your hip huggers and bell bottoms because, like me, they wouldn't probably fit after all these years. But, you know, it's going to be a good time. We're going to have room for dancing. You know, it'll be handicap accessible. You know, everybody and anybody. The convention center will have food and beverages available for sale. Doors open at 4:30, and Jim Simino, who is our our director of finance here at Skills, him and his brother and another gentleman, that they have a larger band. They're going to do a trio and be our warm-up for the evening.
Nice. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so just another skills connection there. And then Seven Bridges will take the stage at 7:30. And it's just going to be a fun night. So if you're a big Eagles supporter, tickets are $20 a piece. You can order them online by going to our website and then just clicking on the Buy Tickets Here tab, I think it is, button. And otherwise, you can call me too. We'll get you tickets no matter how you want them.
Yes, and we'll get you all that information too on the video.
Yeah, so that's an exciting event we have coming up. Our first concert ever, so we're hoping that it goes off really well and a lot of people support it.
Well, I think, when you think about supporting anything, you would go to a concert anyhow. A lot of us go to concerts in the summer, and this is one for a great cause. Our goal really is to make this the biggest fundraiser that Skills has ever had.
I actually had a ticket order from a gentleman from outside of our territory even, and he said that he had heard them play before and was so taken with them that when he heard they were coming to Altoona, he made sure that he was coming to that event.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can't ask for anything better than that. So I have talked to a number of people who have heard them play before and are just excited about them coming in. And that evening, along with it, we'll do a 50-50, because that's kind of the thing you do. And then along with that, right now we're running a raffle. Lowe's has donated to us a patio makeover. So about a little over $2,000 worth of merchandise that they have donated to us to do this raffle, and they did it last year as well. And so we're selling tickets right now through staff and everything, and we'll also have those tickets available at the plant sale. But then the evening of the concert, we'll be selling tickets, and then we'll pick the winner.
Wow.
Of that patio
that
makeover.
Sounds fun.
So we'll do that in
Everybody
between.
can use a patio makeover.
Definitely, definitely. It's a gas grill and a fire pit and a table with the umbrella and the high chairs, and then there's the conversation chairs, and it's just a really, really nice package of materials for them. So that will be drawn that night, though.
Fun.
Yeah. So
I can't wait. So I know you have. I know we have to wrap, but you have other fundraisers. There's a golf outing. What's the day of the golf outing?
The golf tournament will be July 9th at Toftrees.
Okay, in July.
In July. I just actually met with them today to finish setting everything up. It's a very nice event. Last year it was sunny. The year before it rained. But for the most part, it's a great day. And the best part about the golf tournament, our vendors are great.
Yeah.
All that's great. But we actually use our staff and the people we support there that day. So they're out working the holes.
You can meet people and really get involved.
You get to know their greeting. And actually, for the first time last year, we had a young lady from our psych rehab program who was our guest speaker. And she was able to give them her story. And we had a room full of men and women who had just spent the day playing golf, and there was not a peep in the room.
That's beautiful.
They were listening to her and all very thankful for, that coming up afterwards and saying, I'm really learned more about skills. And we put stories on in the golf cart, success stories, so that they get a real feel for what skills is. So the golf is great. The vendors are great. The money we raise is great, but the awareness part of it is just fantastic.
It is. So, again, Gwen, we're so excited that you were able to come on and talk a little bit about this.
Well, thank you for having me.
If you've been listening the whole time, obviously you get a feel for the fact that skills definitely is a fine thing because it enriches so many lives in the community. And obviously that's our definition of a fine thing. So, for those of you who stuck around, we hope you have a great day and keep finding things that enrich your life.